Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going Gear here at SHOT Show 2013 in Las Vegas. We are still here at the CRKT booth. We've been talking to a bunch of their designers. These are probably my favorite videos of the show because I really like talking to these guys because they're the ones who are designing the knives that are in our pockets every day, and it's cool to hear their thoughts. So here we have somebody, a lot of you probably recognize his knives, Ed Halligan. He's one of the CRKT's designers. It's getting late in the day, I'm sorry. Designed the Kiss and the Peck, and we're going to talk about those. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
All right. So tell us about your knives a little bit.
Well, the Kiss and the Peck, the original, is 14 years old now, the design. Been selling 14 years, been selling good. We've sold a little over 2 million around the world, and they're still selling.
Wow.
I was constantly trying to design a simple knife, and I come up with this knife. The knife has 10 pieces in it, counting all the screws. So you don't have to keep up with much to build another one.
Was this based off of a custom knife that you used to make, or is this completely for CRKT?
Originally, it was a custom only, and then it came to CRKT. The original custom knife looked just like this. All right, I designed it on a drink napkin.
On a drink napkin?
With a felt tip pen on the way home to Georgia, where I lived.
You live in Georgia? What part?
No, I live in San Antonio.
Oh, you live in San Antonio
I lived
now.
in Georgia, and on the way home from the custom knife show here in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I made the first one, and then I started looking at it. Nobody had ever made one with the exposed blade and of this nature. And I carried it around for 3 months before I let anybody see it. I thoroughly abused it. I opened cans with it, and as a custom knife maker, I would have had to replace every one I made. So I didn't want to make something that was defective. And that's how it started. And at the Blade Show, I was approached by CRKT, and we got together and made the original one. I mean, reproduced the original one.
Talking about the exposed blade, it's kind of interesting because I know a lot of our customers, the first time they pick it up, the first thing they think is, you've got that exposed blade, it's going to slice you open. And I'm like, no, run your thumb across it. It's not going to cut you. There's no way.
They even packaged it that way with plastic, with a cutout in the plastic, so you could run your finger over the edge and see it. It couldn't cut you.
So it's the Kiss, and looks like there's some periods in between those letters. What does Kiss stand for?
Keep it super simple.
Keep it super.
Like most people have heard. keep it simple, stupid, right? But I registered. The Kiss name is registered to me, and I let Columbia River use it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice little knife. It's interesting how simple it is. I mean, it's such a simple little knife. A lot of our customers like to use it as a money clip. And there's a lot of uses for it. It's about as simple as a knife can get. I used to carry one of these myself for a long time. Cool little knife. So one of your other really popular knives from CRKT is the Peck, and I hear that has a pretty interesting story about how that came about. Why don't you tell us about that?
All right, the Peck. Back in the days of the fax machines, the Peck was designed. Also the Kiss knife, and I received a fax from Columbia River Knife and Tool with a blob of black ink and said, could I make one of these? And
They want you to make a blob?
I just sent them another message back, said I was a knife maker, not a magician, and what the hell was it? So they told me it was a smaller version of the Kiss knife, and I said, just send me a blade size, I'll do the rest. And I reduced my Samson Delia custom knife, which CRKT has never made, and to the Peck. And Peck stands for Perfectly Engineered Compact Knife.
Well, there you go. So everything stands for something.
Right.
So when you were originally designing this, your custom knife, same kind of thought process, just looking for a simple knife,
right,
more cliff kind of blade?
Well, through the years it's had all kinds of clip point blades and one cliff. It had a lot of different kind of blade shapes and sizes.
Okay. So I've been asking this to everybody. When you first start designing a knife in the very beginning, are you going for something that looks cool, or do you have a specific purpose in mind?
This particular knife, I was doing a unique knife.
Okay.
I made about 10 or 15 custom unique knives that didn't work quite right. But I was looking for something simple and some action or a style of knife that nobody had ever made before, and we hit it with this.
You're right. Nobody had ever made that before. It's definitely a very unique design. Well, I appreciate your time, Ed. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Anytime. Right.